Wonderful good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's the fourth day of the PDAC 2016 here in Toronto, and we are now at the offices of Victoria Gold, not down on the floor. And with me here is John McConnell. He is the president and CEO of the company. Wonderful good day.
Good day.
How are you? All good?
Very good.
Super.
Yeah, having a
Perfect.
good conference.
That's what I wanted to hear. PDAC 2016 was good for you.
Yes, no, it's lots of old friends, lots of new friends, lots of interest in Victoria right now. So
I think that's
we're
how we
feeling
want it.
the love.
Perfect. Okay, let's dive into your company. Maybe short overview, because you have been already onto our channels, but just as a reminder, and then what happened in the last 6 to 9 months.
Sure. So Victoria is a venture-listed company. Market cap currently about $80 million, which sounds pretty good because 3 months ago we were 40 million.
Okay, price doubled. Lovely.
Yeah, so we have a large gold deposit in Canada's Yukon territory. Resource is 6.3 million ounces. We've completed a bankable feasibility study based on 2.3 million ounces. In production, we'll produce 200,000 ounces of gold per year at a cash cost of $6.15 per ounce, all-in sustaining cost of about $7.25 per ounce.
Wow.
Capital cost, $400 million. Doesn't sound so bad if you say it fast. But yeah, we're feeling pretty good right now. We got the final permit last December, so we're now fully permitted for construction, operations, and closure. And yeah, there's been a lot of interest, both from funds, but also from corporates, mid-level and seniors. Yeah, and again, our share price has doubled over the last 3 months.
Yeah, great. So how is the financing situation for the project then? I mean, when you have all permits, you are now in the setup to do that. How do you get the money?
Well, as you know, things have been pretty quiet in the mining sector the last couple of years, and I must say I'm starting to feel pretty good with the way the markets are and the price of gold jumping up a little bit recently. And maybe there's a window here in the next 6 to 9 months to finance Eagle. So we're talking to banks again, and we think there's debt capacity for about 250 million. But that would still leave a gap of 150, which, as you know, would normally come out of the equity markets. And even if the market was there, we wouldn't want to raise money at our current share price. It would just totally dilute our existing shareholders. So we have no intention of financing right now. But what we are going to do is we raised $3.5 million in flow-through money late last year. We're going to spend that on an area called Olive, which is a satellite zone of Eagle. We think the overall economics of it will be quite accretive to Eagle. It looks like it's about 50% higher grade, similar recoveries, only 2 kilometers, so we'll require very little additional capital. So, we're going to drill that off this spring. We're also updating our feasibility study this year. As you know, gold prices have changed, exchange rates have changed.
What were the basis for the last one?
Yeah, it was at $13.25 gold.
Okay.
And we used a 94-cent Canadian dollar to US dollar.
Okay.
Now, if you use $1,200 gold and a 74-cent Canadian dollar, the economics have actually improved.
I can imagine.
And then, things like we know fuel prices have come down, power costs have come down, labor costs have come down.
Material
equipment,
costs also.
Yeah, cyanide, explosives, cement, steel. So we think the new feasibility study will be a big improvement. Not that it wasn't a good study before,
but it's even better.
Yeah, it'll be even better.
That's important. Super. What are your next steps in 2016?
So big next step is we'll start drilling in April. We'll get out the results probably midsummer. We'll get out the new feasibility study probably in the fall. And hopefully markets are there, and we'll use that study as the basis to raise the 400 million to build Eagle and get that started early in 2017 would have us in full production in 2019.
2019. Okay, that's a good 3 years from here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's reasonable. How much money is today in the bank? I mean, you said you have flow-through raise,
we have
but-
about 13.5 million in the
So
bank.
you're very comfortable with that?
Yeah, that's the good thing about,
Yeah.
we don't have a gun to our head to do a
Exactly.
silly
That's-
financing.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. So you're in good shape. You can easily handle the next, this year, next year, without under pressure being, And if the markets pick up, I'm pretty confident that you get the 400 million.
Yeah, it's a good project.
Yeah.
In a safe jurisdiction.
That's the point. I mean, the Yukon is great.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's fantastic. When you say also safe jurisdiction, as we know the Yukon, how is the infrastructure so far where you are?
Yeah, we're very fortunate. We have a paved highway runs within 30 kilometers of the project site. We've built a gravel road into the property, so we have year-round road access. The paved highway is also the corridor for power.
Yeah.
So we have reasonably priced hydroelectric power available. All we have to do is put in about a 30-kilometer power line.
Okay.
The
That's makeable, I would say.
Oh, absolutely. The community of Mayo is about 55 kilometers south of the project. It's a small community, but importantly, it has a full-service airport. So we actually enjoy pretty good infrastructure.
Fantastic, fantastic. You said also you have interest of some, industry partners, I would call it. Could you imagine then to say, okay, to realize this project, you take a strategic partner on board, for example, someone like the Agnico Eagles of the world, Yamana, Kinross, you name it, Would this be an option for you?
Yeah, no, that's certainly an option. We've discussed joint venture potential. Thesis being sometimes it's better to own half of a operating gold mine than 100% of a non-operating gold mine.
150% with you.
And, Kinross is a shareholder.
Yeah.
Kinross
Exactly.
is about a 15% shareholder of Victoria. So they're interested, they're looking, but some of the other names you mentioned are also looking. So, we'll, and again though, the nice thing is we don't have a gun to our head. We don't have to do a silly deal.
Yeah, and I think this is the best what could happen, because then you get the real interest and not the pressurized interest.
Exactly.
And it's also in the interest of you and your shareholders.
Yes.
And by the way, if you talk about shareholders, what is management share of the company?
I'm guessing around 2%. Personally, I'm one of the largest individual shareholders. I think I'm close to 3 million shares of the company. So, we've got some skin in the game. And,
That's what I wanted
one
to
thing
ask.
that's different is, we took over this company in 2007. We didn't IPO it and give a bunch of, 5-cent shares to the management team. So every share that I own, I've bought in the market.
Voila. So you have really invested your money.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah, perfect. Great. So thank you very much for that. And keep fingers crossed that everything works out. I personally am convinced that gold will be soon above the 1,300, maybe well above the 1,400.
I like the way you think.
Yeah, you have a sensational project. And I really praise for it that you are 2019 in production latest.
Okay.
Thanks.
Well, thanks, Yukon.
Great, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Victoria Gold, John McConnell, and you heard it, a fantastic project with all-in costs well above the $800. I think you said 725. And I would say in the Yukon, one of the best mining jurisdictions in the world, definitely for sure, and safe jurisdiction, and everything is in place. They only have to build a 30-kilometer power line, which is absolutely makeable there. And roads, water, labor, whatever you want, it is there. And this is what you need. And I think with over 6.3 million ounces in the ground, this is a fantastic project. Check the company out. Thanks, and bye-bye from Toronto.
Cheers.